Ever feel like the future of AI, it's like this exclusive club, right? And you need like $1 million membership just to even get in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people can relate to that feeling, for sure.
Yeah, but what if there was a way to make AI development more accessible?
Yeah.
More,
More democratic.
Yeah, exactly. More democratic. And that's what we're diving into today
Okay.
with this proposal you sent over.
Right.
The one about a Polkadot Super AI Center.
Right.
Honestly, the name alone, it just has future of tech vibes.
It definitely grabs your attention.
Oh, yeah.
And for good reason.
This proposal was just submitted to the Polkadot community just a couple days ago, actually,
Oh.
on October 2nd.
Oh, wow. So hot off the presses.
Yeah, hot off the presses. And it outlines a pretty bold vision.
Okay, so for anyone who might need a quick refresher.
It says Polkadot. It's a
Yeah.
blockchain network
Right.
that's all about connecting different blockchains,
Mhm.
making it super flexible and scalable.
Yeah.
Kind of like the internet of blockchains, right?
That's a great way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And because Polkadot is designed to handle that growth and change,
Right.
it's becoming kind of a hub for innovation,
Okay.
particularly in the decentralized space.
Which brings us back to this AI center,
Yes.
the company behind it,
Hmm.
Hash Forest LLC.
Right.
They're asking for $1.5 million from the Polkadot community to build this center.
Mm-hmm.
That's not exactly chump change.
It's a decent chunk of change.
Yeah, so what are they trying to build
Right.
that requires that kind of investment?
So they're proposing a center packed with some serious computing power.
Oh, wow. Specifically designed for AI development.
Okay.
We're talking 16 NVIDIA H100 GPUs,
Okay.
which is like the gold standard for AI processing.
We're talking top of the line, right?
Exactly top of the line.
Wow.
And just to put it in perspective,
Okay.
a single H100 GPU
Yeah.
can cost close to $500,000.
Oh my gosh.
So most developers can only dream of accessing that kind of power.
Yeah. You're not getting that on your home setup?
No,
No way.
not unless you're selling your house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this proposal is aiming to address a really big problem in AI right now, access.
Right.
Because as it stands, if you are not a tech giant with super deep pockets,
Yeah.
you're pretty much out of luck when it comes to developing like cutting-edge AI.
Pretty much, yeah.
So-
That's where I guess the idea of this Polkadot Super AI Center comes in.
Exactly.
It aims to level the playing field
Right.
by making that high-powered computing accessible to anyone building on the Polkadot network.
That's the idea.
So instead of like a handful of companies just controlling the future of AI,
Right.
we could have like a much wider range of voices, perspectives, innovations.
Exactly.
That's the potential here.
That's the potential. This proposal is about more than just building an AI center.
Okay.
It's about exploring a fundamentally different way to approach AI development,
Okay.
a decentralized way.
Okay, so we're talking about decentralized AI.
Right.
It sounds cool in theory,
Yeah,
but let's break that down.
sure.
What does that actually look like in practice?
So imagine a future where the algorithms that power our world, from medical diagnoses to self-driving cars, aren't developed and controlled by just a select few companies,
Right.
but by a global network of individuals and institutions, all collaborating and contributing.
Wow.
That's the essence of decentralized AI.
So kind of like how open source software works,
Yeah,
but for artificial intelligence.
you got it.
Okay.
Instead of the code, data, and computing power for AI being locked away in proprietary systems,
Hey.
they're open and accessible to everyone.
And you touched on this earlier, but why is that so important?
Yeah.
What are the real-world implications of making AI more decentralized?
I think it really boils down to a few key advantages.
Okay.
First and foremost, trust.
Okay.
With decentralized AI, no single entity controls the data or the algorithms.
Right.
This means that the potential for bias is significantly reduced because there are more eyes on the process,
Right.
more voices contributing to its development.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
We've all seen those headlines about AI bias,
Mm-hmm.
especially in algorithms used for things like
Absolutely.
loan applications or even criminal justice.
Yeah.
It feels like there's a real urgency to address this.
Absolutely. And beyond trust, there's the issue of access,
Right.
which we discussed earlier. By breaking down those barriers to entry,
Okay.
decentralized AI could unleash this wave of innovation,
Wow.
particularly from individuals and smaller companies who previously couldn't even get in the game.
Right. They were just priced out.
Exactly.
Wow.
We could see solutions to problems we haven't even considered yet.
Okay, that's exciting.
Yeah.
But it's not all smooth sailing, right?
Yep.
This is still very much an emerging field.
Very much so.
What are some of the challenges that need to be overcome
Sure.
to make decentralized AI like a true reality?
Well, one of the biggest hurdles is the technical complexity.
Okay.
Coordinating a distributed network of computers
Yeah.
to work together seamlessly on these complex AI tasks is no small feat.
Right.
There are also questions about data security and privacy when
Okay.
you're talking about sharing information across a decentralized network.
Right. Security is paramount, especially when you're dealing with sensitive data,
Absolutely.
which a lot of AI applications rely on.
Exactly. And that's actually where Polkadot has a bit of a head start.
Okay. How so?
The proposal highlights several features of the network
Okay.
that make it really well suited for decentralized AI.
Like what? Give me the rundown.
Well, first, there's scalability.
Okay.
Polkadot is designed to handle massive growth,
Okay.
which is crucial for a system like this to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
As more users and developers come on board, the network can adapt and expand without hitting a ceiling.
So it's built for the future, essentially.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then there's the issue of security.
Right.
Polkadot uses a shared security model,
Okay.
which means that the security of the entire network is strengthened by every participant.
Interesting.
It's like a neighborhood watch program. Everyone benefits from that collective vigilance.
Safety in numbers. Got it.
Exactly.
But beyond these core features,
Yeah.
are there already AI projects that are up and running on Polkadot?
There are.
Okay.
And it's an area of rapid growth within the ecosystem. The proposal mentions a few examples like Polkabot,
Okay.
which is an AI-powered chatbot
Okay.
designed to help users navigate the Polkadot network and answer common questions.
Oh, I read about that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, kind of like a virtual assistant for the Polkadot community.
exactly.
Okay.
Then there's Origin Trail,
Okay.
which is doing some really fascinating work with decentralized knowledge graphs.
Okay, that one sounds a little more technical.
Mhm.
Can you break it down for me? What's so special about a decentralized knowledge graph?
Think of a knowledge graph as like a massive interconnected library of information
Okay.
that AI systems can use to learn and make connections.
Okay.
Normally, these graphs are centralized, controlled by a single company.
Right.
Origin Trail is creating a way to build and access these knowledge graphs
Okay.
in a decentralized way. Got it. Which means that the information is more reliable,
Okay.
more secure, and not subject to the whims of a single entity.
So it's about making the building blocks of AI knowledge
Yes.
more transparent and accessible.
Exactly.
I like it.
And lastly, there's Bitensor,
Okay.
which is perhaps the closest thing to a real-world example
Okay.
of the vision laid out in this AI Center proposal.
How so?
Well, Bitensor is essentially a decentralized marketplace for AI.
Wow.
Developers can use it to share their models' algorithms
Okay.
and even rent out their computing power to others.
Oh, wow.
It's a platform built on the principles of collaboration and shared resources.
Really cool. Wow. A decentralized AI marketplace.
Yeah,
That's,
it's pretty wild.
yeah, that's really interesting. It
Right.
sounds like this proposal is tapping into something that's already gaining traction
Yeah.
in the Polkadot ecosystem.
Definitely seems that way.
Yeah, for sure.
But let's talk about the driving force behind this proposal.
Okay.
Hash Forest.
Right.
Who are they?
Yeah, we've been talking about decentralized AI as this concept,
Right.
but there is a specific company
Yeah.
trying to make this AI center happen.
Exactly.
So what's their story?
So Hash Forest is a US-based company
Okay.
with a strong track record in building decentralized infrastructure.
Okay, so they've been around the block.
They've been around, yeah, and they've been deeply involved with Polkadot since 2019,
Oh, wow. Okay.
specifically with Fala Network,
Okay.
which focuses on confidential computing within the Polkadot ecosystem.
Confidential compute. Okay.
Yeah.
Another buzzword. Care to elaborate?
Yeah, so in simple terms,
Right.
confidential computing allows you to process data
Mm-hmm.
in a secure environment where even the hardware
Okay.
running the computation can't see what's being processed.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
this is huge for privacy and security,
Right.
especially when it comes to sensitive data used in AI applications.
So it's like having a super secure vault for your data,
Yeah.
even when it's being used for complex calculations.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's a good way to put it.
That's pretty important for building trust in a decentralized system, right?
Huge. Yeah, absolutely essential.
Yeah.
And I think HashForce's experience with Fala Network
Mm-hmm.
really demonstrates their commitment to that security and privacy,
Right.
which are, like I said, essential considerations for this AI Center proposal.
Yeah, for sure.
They're not just proposing an idea.
Right.
They're bringing really relevant expertise to the table.
Okay, so they have the experience. They're invested in the Polkadot ecosystem.
Right.
But building a state-of-the-art AI center is going to be expensive.
Yeah.
Even with that $1.5 million grant.
Mm-hmm.
How are they planning to make this thing sustainable in the long run?
So the proposal outlines a tiered pricing model
Okay.
for accessing the AI center's computing power.
Okay.
The Polkadot community will get free access,
Oh, wow. Okay.
which reflects their commitment to open source development.
Okay, cool.
Researchers and startups will have access to subsidized rates,
Okay.
encouraging innovation and removing financial barriers.
I like it.
And then finally, larger companies will pay market rates, ensuring that the center can generate revenue to sustain its operations.
So it's a mix of community support, fostering new talent,
Yep.
and good old-fashioned business.
Exactly right.
Seems like they've thought this through.
They've definitely put some thought into this.
But even with all those pieces in place,
Yeah.
the proposal mentions something about the Polkadot community
Yeah.
eventually taking ownership of the center.
That's right.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah. So the idea is that after an initial period
Okay.
where HashForce builds and operates the center,
Mm-hmm.
ownership will transition to the Polkadot community.
Wow. Okay.
The details are still being worked out,
Right.
but this could involve governance tokens,
Okay.
allowing the community to vote on how the center is run.
Wow, that's interesting.
What projects get prioritized, how resources are allocated.
So instead of a single company calling the shots,
Right.
you have this community-owned
Yeah.
and operated AI powerhouse.
Right.
That's really interesting.
It's a pretty radical departure from the way AI development usually works,
Right.
where it's largely controlled by big tech companies.
Exactly. It's like flipping the script.
Exactly.
So to wrap things up, we've gone from this
Yeah.
somewhat intimidating concept of decentralized AI
Right.
to a real-world example of
Yeah.
how it could play out
Mm-hmm.
thanks to this ambitious proposal
Yeah.
for a Polkadot Super AI Center.
It's really interesting to see it all come together.
It's like we've peeked behind the curtain of what the future of AI could hold.
And it's important to remember this is just the beginning. Whether this specific proposal gets funded and achieves its goals
Right. Who knows?
remains to be seen.
Yeah,
But it sparks, I think, a really crucial conversation
absolutely.
about how we want to develop and govern artificial intelligence as it becomes increasingly powerful
Right.
and integrated into our lives.
It's a conversation we all need to be a part of.
Absolutely.
Where do you, our listener, stand on all of this? What does a decentralized future for AI mean to you? We'd love to hear your thoughts. You can find links to the full proposal and additional resources on our website,